Hello. So as a white kid that grew up in black foster homes, I always heard this one sentence, and you've probably heard it too, but also in just society alone, that some people, just some, say that black people are too loud. And I just have one question. Just one. Would you hear them if they're a regular volume?
Growing up light-skinned in a black family was one of the most problematic things I kind of dealt with growing up. It was like, you can't go to school and hang out with the black girls because they looking at you with a little envy and they talking about, you think you better than us. And it's like, no, I don't. Then you try to go hang with the emo folks or the white folks. Then they looking at me like, you're too black. And it's like, well, where the hell do I fit in? And then you go out in public with your family. Then they like, is that your daughter? Is that your granddaughter? Is she adopted? No, what the hell is y'all's problem? Damn.
I'm the daughter of a black woman who hated being black. Yes, she is my biological mother. Yes, I am biracial. No, I will not be answering any other questions about that. The reason why I think my mother was so hard on me about my appearance regarding things she felt made me look too mixed race or too black. I think it's because I was the closest thing to whiteness that her children and herself were ever going to be. I think she knew that I could hide. I was her only way out. But not in a sense of like for her, like her bloodline getting out. I think she knew I was the closest one to having the chance in a white society. I think she was envious of that, but I also think that she was desperate to drive me in that direction because of the way that she was treated. Which is why she was so hard about my body, why she was so hard on me about who I dated. And she didn't know how to express that. She was not an emotionally intelligent woman, so I think she expressed that through anger and through abuse, because that is the only thing she's ever experienced, and she did not know any other way to communicate. I'm the daughter of a black woman who hated being black. Yes.
We need the world to know about this, all this black American, white Americans that have been happening and trending all this time. We need to know the truth. We need to know that these black homes, they are not there to cause chaos or cause confusion. They are there to, the people that grew up in their homes, they have morals. They have people's interest at heart. The morals has been instilled in them, and they grew up knowing that, yeah, this is my fellow human being, not minding the color, not minding the skin color, not minding that, yeah, I am white, he is black or she is black, therefore I should intimidate him or her. No. I love how these things are being played out and how they are all coming out to spew nothing but the truth.
Okay, Jonathan, I would love for you to tell me the story that you told me earlier today, because what you said, your response was so eloquently said, and like, the world needs to hear this. Go ahead.
Okay, so one day...
Remember, you got 3 minutes, so...
Alright, so one day I was walking down the street with Davina, and then this man in his red truck, he literally said, yo, what you doing with that white boy? And I said, excuse me, sir. Technically, if I live in a black family, I'm black. And also, you cannot judge someone by their color, because that's the way they look, and they don't want to change it. Neither can you. So, do not judge anyone.
Do not judge anyone. So what's basically what you want the world to know?
Do not judge anyone by their color.
That's right.
Or be, well, you know the word, to other people. Racist.
That's right.
And if you do, there will be bad consequences for you in life. And then you won't feel bad for the people that you were mean to.
Okay. Well said. Very proud of you, young man.
Thank you.
I am a white guy raised by a black family. Adopted when I was 8. Hands down, the greatest thing about being a white guy in a black family is nobody asks you to cook shit. Everything I make's the devil. No, thank you.
I'm the daughter of a black woman who hated being black, and because she hated being black, she hated me for being white. And an element of that is the idea of racial envy. Some black mothers are envious of their daughters or sons who come out more light-skinned or even almost white, like kind of how I came out. And it shows up sometimes in the way that they treat their children. They sometimes ostracize them or give them different treatment than they do their other children, or they misplace or take their feelings of jealousy and envy out on the child through like punishments, and those punishments can all look different. So for example, my mother was very envious of my light complexion. A lot of times she said that I owed her for the fact that I had lighter skin and that I was very blessed, but it wasn't said in a positive way. It was said in a place of anger. Sometimes she wouldn't necessarily get physical, but she would do sabotaging things and little punishments. For example, if she felt triggered by my light complexion, or that she felt that my lighter complexion made me more beautiful, she would do things to my image or things that I liked to try to offset that. So she would cut my hair, maybe one side of my hair would be 2 inches shorter, or she would ruin my favorite sweater if she was washing my clothes, or she would like just sabotage, like little things like that. She also had a habit of ranking me and my sister against each other, because my sister looks a little more biracial than I do. She has more complexion.
White kids that grew up in black homes, black American homes, are actually speaking up right now.
And she would play the comparison game a lot. If she felt triggered by the differences in our skin tone, she would look at us both and then only compliment my sister, or she would give my sister more attention. And how did I know that that was complex, skin tone driven? It was usually after a comment on my complexion. So she'd be like, oh, you are looking very like snow or porcelain, or you look a little bit tan, or oh, she'll make the comment, and you owe me because I prayed for you to look like that, immediately followed by complimenting my sister. Now that, as a child, over time, is very damaging, and some people wonder, does it create a difference in relationship between you and the sibling, that triangulation? It can sometimes. For me, it did and it didn't, because it's multi-layered, but in some families that does create a divide between siblings, and it can create a racial divide between siblings. So it is very harmful. So one of the things that parents who have complexion or skin or racial envy can do is, other than punish the child, is damage the relationships that they have with their other family members by creating that separation by the skin tone.
I was raised by racists, and I want to talk about how deep the racism is behind closed doors. It was so bad that I would literally get physically punished for listening to music by people of color. I was told that I needed to keep the bloodline pure, and if I was caught dating a person of color, that they would immediately disown me. I remember being as young as 4 years old and being asked why I wasn't friends with the white kids in my school, and being told that those are the people that I need to befriend. Thankfully, I went no contact and I don't have to deal with their hateful beliefs anymore, but I want you to know that change is possible and you don't have to believe everything that you were taught growing up.
First of all, shout out to this woman. It takes a whole lot of courage for one to come out and say this. It takes a whole lot of courage for one to come out and admit this. With the way social media is going, she doesn't mind anybody backlashing her or insulting her. She came out to say her mind. A very big shout out to this fair woman that just spoke now. You've heard from them. You've heard from the nurse's mouth, especially from that young boy. I believe if anybody can lie, if anybody can spew lie, it's a child at that age cannot spew lie. A child of that age cannot come out online and saying what did not happen. I believe it all happened in the home that he grew up. You saw how he was courageous enough to say his mind. He was courageous enough to spew the truth. He was courageous enough to say this is what actually happened in the home that he grew up. You see, I give credits to all to the original owners of this video. I give credit for interviewing this boy and for making this boy to be courageous and brave enough to, say his mind. And it's indeed an amazing thing. I must commend. The truth cannot be hidden for long. A lot of people that have been coming for blacks, coming against them, saying that they are not doing the right thing and all of that. Listen, there are people that have stayed with black homes, black Americans that can testify to the fact that, yeah, this people are good people. These black people are good people. Yes, in them you can find humanity. In them you can find a peace, not kind of oppressors. They are not there to oppress you. Anyway, welcome back again to this channel. If you're joining for the first time, subscribe to this channel, like this video for more updates from this channel. A very big credit to all the video clips used on this. We just used it for analysis, educational purposes, and nothing more, and also for the worldwide to see. Special credit to all the video owners. We really appreciate it. Thank you so much for watching. Thank you. If you have watched up to this point, this is me thanking you so much. This is me appreciating you. Always come back to this channel, Dor-Dor Global News, where we give you nothing but the latest gist. Have a lovely day. Take care of yourselves and see you all in our next video. Till then, bye.